Hey guys, the Airsoft and Gecko here again with another kind of tips video on geckos. This is my crested gecko, Quinn, and over on the other side of my room is my leopard gecko, Pearl. I'm just going to be talking about the difference between leopard geckos and crested geckos and the pros and cons. I'll just start out with the crested geckos. Well, when the crested geckos are babies, they can be kept in a critter keeper, just a medium to small critter keeper with a vine and some baby food or rapashy crested gecko diet. You can feed them about crickets once a week, really small, and all you need to do is mist them down twice daily. I do it before I go to school and when I'm getting ready for bed, and you don't need any special heating or lighting for these guys. These guys need to be between about 55 and 80 degrees. 55 they'll get actually below 50 they'll get too cold, and but above 80 they'll actually overheat and they could die from that. Another really great thing is if you're getting started with this, with the geckos, like crested geckos, and you're looking at purchasing one, this crested gecko rapashy superfoods is really good, and it's for crested geckos and all rhacodactylus geckos and day geckos and a few other species, but it's really good for them, and you won't see them eat it usually. Most of the time they'll eat it at night, and what you do is just mix it to 2 parts water to 1 part of this powder substance that's in here, and you just give them a little bit for the babies, like a water bottle cap, and then once they get older, you can get them about like a Gatorade or a Powerade size cap, one of those bigger caps, or a milk jug cap. And now for like kind of their tank setup, well, for adults, they can be housed in a 20-gallon long stood up right, and put a few vines and everything in there. You could probably do 2 if it's a male and female, as long as you give them enough vines and stuff to climb on. But you can also do like an 18 by 18 by 18 Exoterra and breed them that way. And also, if you're looking into breeding them, they're easy to breed. You can just put a lay box in the bottom and let them incubate in the lay box. There's really no incubation period, as you could say. Well, no incubation temperature, as long as the temperature is above like 65 degrees, you're fine. And now on to the leopard geckos. Okay, when they're babies, you need to put them on like some sort of like paper towels or calcium sand or like corn shaved husk stuff, and it's like just like it looks like sand, and you have to have them about 85 to 90 in the kind of like a warm side, and you want to have them. This isn't a leopard gecko. This is a crested gecko, by the way, that you're looking at right now, and I can show you my leopard gecko here in a second, but anyways, the warm side has to be 85 to 90. You can put a heat pad and a 50 to 100 watt bulb when they're small, and when they get bigger, and you need two hides on each side and a water dish, or you need to mist them down daily. And you can keep them in a 5-gallon if they're babies or juveniles. And then when they get bigger, you can put them in a 10-gallon. When they get full adults, put them in a 10-gallon, and they eat mostly crickets, roaches, mealworms, and waxworms. And if you can find locusts, they'll eat locusts when they get full grown. But anyways, 10-gallon for a regular sized leopard gecko, and a 20-gallon for 2 if you're breeding. Never put 2 males together. I've heard about it working out, but you want to put them together if they've been together almost since birth, kind of. That'll be fine, but don't put a female in between them, or else they'll fight like crazy. And you have to feed them crickets. Anyways, I will show you their enclosure, or her enclosure. Sorry, my room might be a little bit dim on the side. Second. Yeah, it's pretty dim. Here, I'll explain everything. This is her enclosure. Warm side hide with a heat mat on the bottom. Some water dish that I have to clean out. A coconut hide. Rock in between. And I'll get her out here in 1 second. Guys. Put this down right here. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back with her. Okay, this is Pearl. And most of you guys might know her from my videos. She is a patternless tramper, or a blizzard. She's full grown. She's about the size of my hand, just a little bit smaller. You want to calcium dust the leopard geckos, and calcium dust the leopard geckos food, and you want to give them UVB, and they should be warm all the time in their cages. Handling wise, out of the two, there are some pretty laid back leopard geckos, but as you see, I'm still working on her to be more kind of laid back. And well, the crested geckos, like this one over there, they're pretty laid back. If you can, the females are more laid back than the males. Yeah, they jump a lot. They can, and also these guys have like those almost sticky pads on their feet, so they can climb everywhere. And leopard geckos don't have the sticky pads on their feet. So, yeah. Crested geckos are arboreal, I think as they call it. Tree dwellers, and these guys are just ground dwellers. And they both have two different natural settings, as you could say. That one's in a rainforest in the islands of New Caledonia, and she is leopard geckos are from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. You guys pick which one you think. This is pretty much for beginners. I like them both, but I like crested geckos because they're easier. Thanks guys for watching.